Y'all, hey, smoke with me. This is the dysfunctional maths cast tell all. Let me do my intro and then we're gonna get into it.
Work, work, work. To me, I be work, 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 work. See me do me dirt, 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 dirt. So me for that work, 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 work. When you walk a line, 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 line. In the cafe, murder, da, 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 da. Try me, I deserve it. Nothing to be lurking. Yeah. You make a like, now you don't like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in the right. Nobody text me in a crisis. I believe that all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, all my keys, and my patience. You took my heart, I'ma sleep a decoration. You mistaken my love, I brought for you for foundation. All that I wanted from you was to give me something that I never had, something that you never seen, something that you never been. But I wake up and nothing's wrong. Just get ready for work, 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 work. To me, I be work, work, work.
Y'all, this was nothing but dysfunction. You hear me? Plain old dysfunction. Lindsay showed her natural behind. She totally got on my nerves. It was just a lot. Now, the host for this tell-all was Monique Kelley. She has her Instagram is Cocktails and Confessions. She is like a relationship expert. She's written books. She's been on TV, the whole 9 yards. So I liked her as a host. She was pretty good. The cast that they had on it this time. Let me pull up my list of my cast. Oh, I don't know what happened to it. It disappeared. While I'm taking time to pull this up, y'all make sure you like the video. Let's see here. Let me go. Got the wrong thing. Well, first, we had that crazy Lindsay from Boston. Lindsay is from Boston, season 14. We had Shawniece and Jephte. They are from Boston, season 6. Tristan from Houston, season 7. Mindy from Washington, season 10. Henry from New Orleans, hey baby, season 11. And then Krysten, who was season 15, San Diego. They wouldn't add any of the Nashville people yet because they're new. And then they didn't have anyone from New York either. I wonder if people just didn't want to come on. Well, so just so you guys remember, Mindy was married to Zach. Zach was a pretty boy that was cuckoo. Tristan was married to Mia, who was a scammer and a whole lot of other things. Henry was married to Christina, who was crazy. Lindsay, we know, was married to Mark the Shark, who was... I liked Mark. He needed some work, but Lindsay was just trash the whole time. So anyway, getting back into the episode. So we start off the episode. Monique is asking them different questions, about what they have been going through, about their lives and everything else, which was just some, plain old stuff. Nothing really stood out too much. And this is gonna be heavy on Lindsay because Lindsay was just trash. She was a jackass. And she talks about, she's bragging on herself as being a nurse for 16 years, I think she said. Listen, she lives in Palo Alto, California now. If I lived in Palo Alto, I'd be checking all the hospitals. I would make sure she was not taken care of, no relative of mine. Really, she needs to be taken care of, nobody, period. She has problems. She is a Karen. Lindsay is a Karen. That's exactly what she is. A Karen. There's no two ways about it. She was rude, she was trashy, she was unhinged, she was crude, and she was in her full Karen form. And no, she could not take care of me, period. Y'all, this was just, it was, the whole thing with her was just crazy. Go back to my other slides. I just, I'm telling you, I just could not believe. Wait, oh wait, no, what? Hold on 1 minute. I don't know what I did here, but the rest of the people, Jephte and Jephte and Shawniece talked about how she got pregnant, right after, and they have a little girl who is 4 years old. Um, Henry talked about he's now dating. We find out that uh, oh, we find out that Tristan has also been married for like 3 years and has a 2-year-old. Um, so everything is going usual with people. They talked about how they see people in stores, or they see people on the street. The yada yada yada, the same stuff that they talk about on these shows when they catch up. But one thing that caught me was Lindsay says how she put it, her man lives with her. And I'm like, here we go with her. That's why you will always be a bridesmaid. Really, you won't even be nobody's bridesmaid because they don't want to put up with you, Lindsay. They would not want to put up with you at all. So, Mindy was talking about how she had changed careers and this and that and the other, and that she was dating someone. So, like I said, rude, crude, trashy. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry about that, you guys. Ugh. I keep messing up with these slides. I'm still trying to get used to it. So, see if I have it here. So Steve comes out because Steve is dating Mindy. So Steve had come out there to see her and everything. And of course, Lindsay, the look on her face, like she just really needs to just shut up and crawl into whatever hole she came from. And like I said, people out there in San Diego or Palo Alto, make sure she's not your nurse for nothing. She was just, her main thing was, it's like Lindsay takes no accountability for herself at all. She is just trash. They asked them also like their takes on the people from Nashville, and they all say that. Well, first of all, Krysten says that she sees Nicole and Chris making it. No, Krysten, no. That's why you don't have a man, and that's why you're just dating and whatnot now because you still haven't learned either. And by the way, Krysten is no longer in San Diego. She's now back to Virginia, where she's from. Remember, her father lived in Virginia. Her job that she was supposed to get in New York had fallen through and everything else. So, you guys, I'm going to play you some clips from when they talked to Lindsay, because Lindsay was just off the hook. So let me play this first clip for you.
Went very sideways. What are your thoughts on a rematch? Does anyone deserve a do-over? Paige.
Absolutely, 100%. She deserves
a do-over.
I think Amber.
Yeah.
From the Charlotte season.
Kristen. Obviously. Mika deserves another do-over. Chris from yeah, I know. Yeah.
I can't co-sign that, knowing what I know.
Why can't you co-sign that?
Because what I know.
What do you know?
He was a nice guy. My friend up with him. He had a lot of red flags. He started isolating her from her friends, prevented her from going to book clubs, saying don't talk to her.
She was like, I've known her for 12 years.
She set me up with you.
And he was like, listen, when a guy starts to pull you away from your activities and your friends, and they want to assert that control over you, that's a red flag.
Stay away.
What are your thoughts, Steve?
I think he deserves another chance.
Okay. Okay. We still have a lot to talk about. So don't go anywhere.
Now to see how she just jumped in there with that, always throwing salt on somebody when the salt is already all on her. She was looking a hot, sweaty mess. She was just absolutely ridiculous in there. So I'm going to play the next clip with her where she decides to go nuclear when Steve comes out.
Watching your season, was there anything that shocked you in some of the interviews, or anything that caught you by surprise?
I didn't fully watch my season because most of my damage was done by my castmates. It was so calculated, manipulative, and deceitful, and so much coaching of each other.
What do you mean?
Like everybody was coaching. I remember Steve, you told Alyssa, you really need to change your reputation. It will be better for you. And then she turned on me.
She became friends with Noya. She didn't do anything to me besides that. Now we don't talk to each other. I just think it's unfortunate that Lindsay views try to do something like nice for somebody else. You know, like watching somebody have such a hard time, be criticized, and all that stuff. Everything she went through, I had a soft spot for her. But still, when I see that, I'm trying to help her. Like, hey, look, you can have a chance at redemption. You can, so can you. If you turn it around, you come back, at some point, maybe you would have a chance.
First of all, insulting and rude comments.
That's okay.
I totally agree. Yes, because he forced Noya to pay for his rent.
Is that slander? Like completely lying about.
Is it? There's a lot because Steve sat there and coached Mark. You made him try to create the scene that I was this big bad bully. But every time you guys were in groups, you talked about me when I wasn't there. And I've tried to keep my mouth shut because I do think Mindy deserves the world, just like everyone.
This is a lot.
You know what? I need a second.
Okay. You want to take a second?
I do. Okay. Like what they did to me, and what you did to me, Steve, was wrong. You sat there and you tried to play a favorite so you could have your 15 minutes, and it was wrong.
I think one thing that you have wrong with Lindsay is that I think you think I'm against you. But to be honest, any interaction with you, I've tried not to respond to the mean things you said on social media. I've just tried to let it go. If you ever stopped and there would be no problem.
So true, Steve. I've gotten messages from people. I saw the messages.
She is just trash, y'all. Trash.
You're a master manipulator. If I ever see you again, it's too soon. For you to come out here and go, Mark, great guy. No, he wasn't.
So he was not because said that Mark is a good guy.
No, he just makes these little digs. I hope you get better. I hope you get a job and stop living off of women and your parents. Why don't you learn to be a big boy, get a job, and handle your own without riding on someone who's so great?
Okay, I need to Can I just get a second to respond? I don't need to speak for him or anything, but I care about him a lot. He's very generous. He offers to pay for everything. A lot of things. But I mean, like, these things are based on my experience, getting to know him, are completely not true. I'll just leave it at that. And I want to give Steve an opportunity because there's been a lot said to respond.
All right, well, then I guess we can clear one thing. I didn't pay for my rent. I don't know why rent is coming from. When we were together, contributed a lot, financially and emotionally. When it comes to that whole situation, it didn't work, right? It didn't work, right? We both had different expectations in marriage. For you to go and tell people like she just paid for everything, it's like so far from the truth. It's just like, what am I supposed to say? Like, no, so I defend myself as you lie, but that's not true. No, that's not true.
Let me just say this, because there's been a lot of comments about your money, your job status. Do you have money? And if you do have money, shut it down and let everybody know I'm good.
I'm like, what do I have to say?
He's good.
I think you have more than probably $1.50. If you just got a fight, I think you're good. So it's just like, even if you're not, they have business.
Because we need to take a break, okay? We have to take a break. But when we come back, there's still so much more I want to cover. So don't.
Here's where child baby Lindsay gets up and walks out. absolutely ridiculous. She is just trash. I'm like, what? After she talked about the man and said that, like Steve, like I don't know if Steve has a job or not. And know what? Like Tristan said, because Tristan was sitting there. I don't care. Like there's a lot of people. Everyone was all into Steve and would call him a Dusty and this and other. I don't care. Like I don't get that deep into these episodes, and the reason why is because people live their lives, and people who a lot of times they criticize, they have stuff going on in their lives themselves. You know what I mean? So they may be with either a married man or a man that's not working or whatever. So I get so sick of people with their stuff when it comes to these shows, like they get too deep into it. It's just a freaking show. But it was, I remember social media was toxic, saying this and that and the other. And let me tell you, Steve was married to Noi, and Noi was no big deal. Her and her brother, but he dressed up sometimes as a when he went out and drag or whatever, and both of them together got on my nerves because when so her I don't know what his or her pronouns were, but I'm gonna say him because he did identify as a male on the show, and then he would be in drag. I think his name was Michael. He would come on, he would say these different things, and he just got on my nerves. Then I remember on their reunion, Kevin Frazier said like he was a fan favorite. No, he was not a fan favorite because people couldn't stand him or Noi because Noi was very childish. She was not an adult. So let me go to this next clip of them when after Lindsay comes back from the break because she had to walk out. Monique went after her. She should have let her freaking go and be gone. Like, Lindsay, you come on a national show, really an international show, because Married at First Sight in Australia, England, I believe they have one in New Zealand. Like, those are seen by people all over the world. And you got up here and call yourself a nurse, which is an honorable profession, and you sounded like a pure jackass. So hold on, let me play this other clip of when they come back from the break. I mean, for Lindsay to get up, like Monique says, we're gonna go take a break, and she can't control herself because she herself is narcissistic and just a Karen. She has to get up and leave, and it was absolutely ridiculous. So here's the next clip.
Speak to this because you got a lot of backlash on your season over a comment you made about your preferences.
You know what? Wait, that might not be. Wait, that's not the right one. Hold on, let me see. Let me check this one.
Make sure you have an opportunity to say whatever you need to say about this topic, so we can did it.
Oh, that's not it either. I don't know. I thought I had the clip. Maybe I don't. Wait a minute. Let me check this one. Hold on, y'all. I haven't been feeling well. I may have misnumbered my clips. Wait a minute.
For you, you had a shocking moment when you found out that your wife.
Nope. I guess maybe that was it. It might go into it. So I'll go ahead and play it anyway. It's about Tristan rather, talking about what happened after he was on MAFS. I'll let the clip play, then I'll comment on it after.
Quickly speak to this because you got a lot of backlash on your season over a comment you made about your preferences.
Tell me a little bit about the ethnicities and cultures that you've dated in the past and what you've been looking for in a spouse.
I really don't prefer women that are darker than me. When it comes to marriage, you gotta be with somebody that melts your butt.
You're very remorseful about the comments, but what has the experience been like for you?
Okay. So here's the main thing is that I'm not remorseful for the comment because keep in mind you are asked maybe 100 times about your preferences, about things that you like, and it is one of those things to where you have comments misconstrued, and that's why I think the last time I was here where I had broke down and I was so passionate based off 5-second clip. You had thousands of people judging me and attacking my family. I'm not a colorist, I'm not a racist, I don't hate myself. I do not hate my family. I love my family.
So basically, what happened was in the beginning, I said I am a fan of beautiful women, and I always will. You post a show about who you dated and all this other good stuff, show pictures and et cetera, et cetera. I said I've dated black women, white women, mixed, Asian, all shapes, sizes, colors, all that good stuff. I don't discriminate. So Pastor Cal saw all of the girls that I dated or whatever, and he said if you had out of 100, maybe 50 of them will be light skinned or whatever. And then I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess you can say that. And then he said, well, do you think looks are important? And I said, well, here's a quote from a preacher. You have to be with somebody that you are equally yoked, but you have to be with somebody that melts your butter. So now, Tristan says, I don't want to be married with anybody darker than I am. And you have to be with somebody that melts your butter. Like, I hate black people, and I hate black women. I hate black women like black women like dark women. It pisses me off. It's like that's why I haven't been back. This was my first time. I finally had the platform because my family, my mother, who I love very, very she goes to church and people ask her about it. And my family getting messages like your black son's gonna go in on black women. You Google Tristan, say Tristan Collins, and that's why I stayed off of social media. I stayed off of everything because I'm like, yo, this affected me. There were YouTube videos that said I hate being black, and I'm like, I know who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of how I was raised.
So, I'll just say this as a black woman hearing all of this. I'm going to be very clear. There is nothing wrong with having a preference of what you like. There is nothing wrong with that. Some black women like Michael Jordan, some women like Rick Ross. That's okay. I just want to go a little bit deeper, though, because in other communities, they can say I prefer blondes versus brunettes. In our community, it's a very fine line to walk when you talk about preferences. And at the end of the day, people do have preferences. And we can't be mad at someone because they prefer something. But I think it's all about the foundation of where it comes from, how it's said, why it's a preference, and how to move forward so that we as a people, we don't keep a narrative that's from the 1950s, paper bag test and all that. Continuing moving forward. We got to evolve as a people in terms of how we deal with that. So I think it's a lesson for all of us.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
And here's the next clip, y'all.
Make sure you have an opportunity to say whatever you need to say about this topic, so we can get it.
I've been married now for going on 3 years, and then so I have a 2-year-old. We're incredibly happy. And one of the things about the show is there was something I had to learn, but it wasn't for her. It was for the next. Everything that I learned and helped me become. I knew exactly what to look for in my partner, and that is when I found Rachel. And
you get so emotional, y'all.
When I needed it.
It's okay. What a blessing.
And now it's tears of joy. I'm happy now. But the thing is like if I didn't go through all the craziness, who knows what have happened. But I ended up it worked out the way it was supposed to be. And I came back home. And I found my.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Tristan, for just your sharing. And I love you, brother.
Thank you. I love you too.
You ain't going away. All right.
I felt bad for Tristan because I know how that they cut and screw what you say. They take it out of context and whatnot. So, and I understand what he said. I never watched that whole season, so I have to go back and really watch it and whatnot. But he was really hurt. He was really upset. And I could see why he had that resentment the whole time. And the only way now for him to move forward was to come on here with someone who's hosting, who he could be honest with and feel good enough to tell his truth and whatnot. So And I understand what they were saying. Even if light skinned women or whatever women are his preference, that's his business. It's just when they ask you these questions and they expect you to get deep with them in finding a mate, and then they take your own words and use them as a weapon against you. That's wrong. That's really wrong. So, good luck to him in the future. He seems to be a nice guy. And he went through a lot with that wife that he had. All right, now on to this guy here. Henry seemed to be a nice guy. I guess a lot of people liked Henry from what I've seen. But his wife, and I did watch part of New Orleans season. I didn't watch that whole season either. With so much stuff to watch, I didn't see all of it. So let me play the clip for Henry.
For you, you had a shocking moment when you found out that your wife implied that you were gay.
He said she received a text from a guy that
And this was during the reunion, y'all.
I didn't think you were gay.
Christina, are you seriously saying this right now? I mean, I had to see the text. I never did see the text. I think she was just struggling to understand why I wasn't attracted to her.
So you weren't attracted to her, so you're gay.
Yeah, I think she was just kind of throwing mud at the wall, same with sticks. People forget the pandemic was insane at that time. We were in a wild situation. So is what it is. I do forgive her for it.
You're such a class act. You're great. You're great. Okay, listen. Out of all the most shocking moments, I think you had the most shocking moment when your wife was arrested.
Yep. What the just happened? Mia has been detained.
Y'all, they was getting ready to go on the honeymoon, and Mia was arrested.
Was issued for Mia's arrest. There are 3 counts of stalking and 1 with credit card fraud. So, what is it? What's the deal? I guess with this.
I mean, I know of him, but none of this is true, actually. And I think that's why they just let me go.
All the producers, all of our everybody is already on the plane, getting ready to go to Mexico. We're the last one. Police officer comes and says, "Hey, is this your wife?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah." They thought that I was trying to smuggle her out of the country. No. I filed the charges 3 days after she was detained. It was in the same because she said it was identity theft. She said it happened in Baton Rouge, and we lived in Dallas. And she was like, I haven't even been to Baton Rouge. This is clearly somebody else.
She did that a lot.
Of course, she lived with them.
I didn't know that. Again, that's where everybody in the I'm like, yo, right?
I want to switch gears a little bit.
Y'all, let me tell you that what's her name was nuts. She was nuts. That Mia, like she knew she had that record, but that goes to maps, not checking and seeing what kind of stuff people got going on in their background. That's absolutely unacceptable. The whole thing, but what could they do? So pretty much that was it. They talked some more and had good wishes for the future and everything like that. I just wish Lindsay would really do something with herself. She really needs to get some healing. She really took away from what the episode could have been. They should have gotten someone from a different season, because her going off on Steve like that was absolutely ridiculous. And her talking about and I thought I had the clip there. I didn't. I must not have cut it off because I'm not feeling good, you guys. So when I did the clips, I don't know what I did with that clip, but she was saying that the producers that she found out he only made like $17,000, like a whole bunch of stuff. It's like, listen, we saw on the show how you treated the man, and then you go and you then come on again, and you're talking about people throwing digs. You was the queen of throwing digs at somebody. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous. But I hope that, the people who were married through this show have long marriages and lots of love and everything else. And hopefully the single people will find their person and everything will work out good with them. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. I'm going to do another pre-record after this one of Suki with the good, what. If you guys happen to, want to listen to that, I was going to do a live, but it's going to be late tonight and I'm just not feeling well. So remember, next Wednesday is the Married at First Sight reunion part 1. And they're going to be acting up on that one. So we'll see how that goes. And you guys, thank you so much for listening, putting up with me and my craziness with these clips. I really appreciate you guys being here. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500 at this point, because at 500 I can do some things with getting super chats and things like that. Really want to get, of course, to over 1,000 to be monetized, but until then, it is what it is. And once again, I appreciate each and every one of you for being here and taking time out of your day to come and listen to my review. So with that, also there's, remember, Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. I can't talk about that enough. That is my show. That I review that on Tuesdays. This Tuesday the review will be late because I have an appointment. So I'm going to do that live review at 8 o'clock instead of at my usual 7. So please come and listen to that. And I am going to leave you with this.
Say it with me, kids. If protecting my peace makes me the villain, then bitch, my name is Thanos. Say it with me, kids. If protecting my peace makes me the villain, then bitch, my name is Thanos.
Work, work, work. To me, I can work, 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 work. See me do me dirt, 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 dirt. So me for that work, 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 work. When you walk a line, in the girl, try me, I deserve. Let the devil lurking.
Yeah.
You make a like, now you don't like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in the right. Nobody touched me in a crisis. I believe that all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, all my keys, and my patience. You took my heart, I'm a seed for decoration. You mistaken my love, I brought for you for foundation. All that I wanted from you was to give me something that I never had, something that you never seen, something that you never been. But I wake up and nothing's wrong. Just get ready for work, 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 work. To me, I be work, 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 work. You see me do me dirt, 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 dirt. So me by that work, 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 work. Na, 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 na. When you walk out, na, 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 na. Before the table turn, 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 turn.